for back and last day. So ate too much on the 4th yesterday, so I had to come work it off today. Uh, Feeling tired, if you can't tell. Back to work tonight too, so there's that. I'm finishing my warm up. Try to put this in the area. See my last set here. So we're doing muscle ups, just kind of loosening myself up here. I like to give myself a good swing on those muscle ups. And then we're doing upside down shrugs. And I hope you can see me here. Finishing with the flagpole. Thankfully, Planet is actually pretty dead today. I'm already dying. This is just a warm up. So I know I ate too much yesterday. All right, guys. I've done 3 sets of those. That's just my warm up. And pretty good back and lat day today. So I got to get this set up here. Get you guys magnetized so I can hang you up. All right, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna set you guys there. How you doing? Thank you for watching. Always good to have people on the channel. So this is a little back exercise I like. A little warm up to loosen you up. I'm just gonna tie this down. Then we have these. Really glad to have you guys watching. Today we're working back and lats. Deadlifts is one of my favorite back exercises. We're gonna get to those here in a little while. So I'm out of Missouri right now. I'm in the United States. I know you guys watch from all over. I am at Planet Fitness right now. And this is one of my favorite back exercises. See if I can get a good angle so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Oh, lost you. Might be better up high. I think that's strong enough to hold you. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna go one hand here. Leg straight. Pop. And pull myself up. It's like 3 to 6 on each side. That's all it takes on these. Pretty tough. Actually got these out of a Muscle and Fitness magazine some years back. A guy was using these things. I had never used them before. When I saw this exercise, I was like, wow, seems like a really good back exercise. But yeah, it's actually pretty dead here today for a Sunday, which is nice. Normally this place is packed. It's 3 in the afternoon, 3:30 in the afternoon right now here in Missouri, so it definitely stays busy. So I usually warm up with these. Like I said, I already did a little warm up of some muscle ups, upside down throws to loosen myself up. This is target the back muscles. I usually do 2 to 3 sets. Nothing major. There's a good little, it's almost like an easier version of a pull up, but when you go to one hand, it gets pretty hard. But you're not having to use all the weight like you would on a pull up, which makes the difference. So we'll come back down. I'm gonna move you guys down. You can get a different angle. You guys. All right. Can you hear me still? I'm hoping. I kind of dropped you for a second. All right, let's see if we can get an angle here so I can get you guys a different view of what I'm doing. I think that'll work all right. So I'll come this side. So it's hanging down. Back up. Those get pretty hard pretty quick. Those definitely get hard quick. All right, so we did those. All right, I think we're ready to roll, fellas. Just wanted to make sure there was nothing else over here I had planned for my back today. I think that's going to do it over here. We're going to head over to the weight pile. So a lot of guys want to start with their deadlifts or start with this or start with that. I don't really have a particular order that I do my stuff in. I just try to go for whatever works. So I'll show you right now. We're going to go from doing some lat pull downs and then do some seated rows as well. I like both of these exercises a lot. Trying to find a good spot to put you guys has become the most difficult part in doing these videos. Somewhere you can see me. All right. Doing my lat pull downs, I prefer this one. I love this grip. I usually go about what I weigh, which right now is around 190 to start. That's usually where I'll go to as a warm up. I just want 5 to 10 reps on these. But I'm going to go from that and superset straight into a seated row. I don't know if I'm going to get you a good view on seated row or not. I'm going to try. That might work. All right. And with these, they just start about 145. I pull them right under my chest. Some guys like them low, some guys go real high. I kind of hit the middle. I think it shifted on me a little. And I'll just do about 3 sets each on these, maybe 5, then on a good day. Well, like I said, guys, definitely appreciate the support. Trying to get you guys set up here. Can't get a good spot for y'all to see me. It's been a pain in the ass today. Might be about as good as we get. Put 6 reps on those. I went up the plate. Try to head back for the seated rows again. Try to get where y'all can see me a little. All right, I'm gonna go up a plate on these two. So now I'm doing 160. Progressive resistance is what I usually go with. So every set's just gonna get a little heavier, as far as I can control it. And that just tends to work best for me. But everybody's got their own thing. But I appreciate all the compliments, guys. Appreciate the support. All right. Go down another plate. And I do mix my grip up. Sometimes I'll come here, underhand. Some people aren't fans of underhand. I do all of them. It's just like doing, a different variation of push-ups. It's going to hit you different on your lats and your back. So this incorporates the biceps a little bit, going underhand. That 220 is feeling pretty heavy today. That may be where I chill at. I may get another set there. I'm not going any heavier today. Wish I had a better angle for you on these seated rows here. I might have one on the next set. All right, I'm gonna go up a plate on these two. We're gonna go 175. These are adding up too. We're starting to work these muscles. They're getting worn out. All right. So we got one more pull down. I'm gonna go this grip here. We'll do one more seated row. And then we'll see what's next. I wasn't getting tired. I only got 4 that time. That definitely taxed me. That definitely taxed me right there. All right. Hopefully that'll hold. Do another seated row here. I'm just rolling 175 again because that felt pretty good last time. I got heavy. All right, that was a good little back there. I'm gonna come this way. I don't know if this will be too close or not. We'll find out. All right. So this next thing, a little lighter weight. It's easy. Don't hit your head on that. So I'm just gonna stand straight up. I'm leaning back. Just hitting that upper back. Just like the seated row, it's just gonna work a little bit higher in the lats and the back. Don't go real heavy on this, just kind of get that tight, hold it there, and then slowly up. Tight hold, slowly up. Really good. And then we're straight into that. So these lats right here. I'm coming. Straight arm, boom. 3, 4, 5. Like I said, this is nothing heavy. I'm on 70 pounds. So I'm just doing 5 to 10 reps of each move. It's more just to get you a good burn than anything else. Get that pump going. So I want to take a real long break for these because it's not real heavy. So once we get to deadlifts, probably a lot longer break in between sets there because it's a little heavier lift. You know, it's a main lift. So these are just kind of extras. I'm just showing you guys stuff you can do on your back routine and kind of showing you the form I use. I'm no expert, so I'm not going to say proper form because, you know, one of these influencers that know everything's going to come in and bash my head in and tell me I'm doing something wrong. All I know is this is what has gotten me decent results. You know, I walk around the gym and I get compliments every day from people, you know. And so I was like, you know what, if I can help people get to the level of fitness I'm at, that's what I want to do. So, you know, I'm doing better than your average guy. I'm no expert, never went to school for this stuff. None of that. Just years of reading fitness books, years of trial and error, seeing what worked for me. I can show you pictures of me at 16 when I first started working out and stuff. 235 pounds. I did not have any abs, not muscular. It was not good. You know, I could lift a lot of weight. I wrestled, but I was eating like shit. I couldn't do 2 pull-ups, but you know, I could squat 500 pounds, but I hated how I looked in the mirror. So it wasn't until, you know, my early 20s, I started doing a lot more body weight, started learning about nutrition, and that changed everything, you know. So that's the key, is just figuring out what works for your body, but also realizing like some stuff I thought was for sissies ain't really for sissies. You know, I used to think all gymnastics is girls until you look at them guys and it's like, damn, I want to look like that. So that's the workouts I started focusing on, and that changed everything. Now, weight training I do think is important for building size, no doubt. But calisthenics and cardio are just as important for maintaining your tonus and keeping you cut. And you can also get good size from calisthenics. All right, we'll do one more round of those, and then we'll go over to these cables, and we'll try something different here. I'll show you just a quick little simple exercise I do. Actually, I learned from Jeff Nippard on his YouTube channel. It's one of his back exercises that made a lot of sense to me because it does it. Elongates and stretches that back muscle out in your lats a little bit more than like the pull I'm doing right now. It's just kind of straight. But the one he shows me goes to the side, and it really stretches that back out. And I was like, that's actually a really great idea. So Jeff Nippard, he really knows what he's talking about. You know, he's definitely an expert compared to someone like me. I'm just here working out, showing you guys good workouts. But that guy, he knows the science. You know, I'm a simple term guy. I don't know the science. I don't know all that crap. I just know hard work gets results and dedication. Sticking to your diet. All right, we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna put you guys down on the ground because I think that'll be the best view for this. Okay. So with Jeff on this, he likes us to do just kind of similar to what I was doing, but instead I'm going to be facing this way and pulling that this way. And I'm going to move you over just a little bit. So we're here. Boom. Boom. I'm really getting that arm to go all the way over because it's hitting all that stretched. And then bringing it back. Which seems simple, but man, it's really good on the lats. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Really good on the lats there. I'm feeling all that down here low and this bottom lat, which is great. Those are hard to work sometimes, especially here at Planet because we don't have a lot of free weight options. You know, we don't have one of those machines where you can hit this, or the dumbbells only go to 75 and controlling that's a little different. So definitely glad I found that video of Jeff's because that really helped. Next, I'm going to go take you to a seated row machine. I like doing those too because they hit a little higher up than versus the ones I was just doing on the cables. I'm going to hit higher up in my back. So that's almost like doing like a T-bar, you know, where you're laying this way and pulling it. That's how the seated row is going to hit. So I like that. But yeah, back day is definitely one of my favorites. I have a very strong back. I've just been blessed with a strong back. My deadlift throughout my 20s was between 500 and 580. I've always stuck between there. Now it's still around 500 in my 30s. Definitely, I've tried 580. I've hurt my back a few times, but yeah, dude, definitely throw them in your back routine. I definitely think they're good. Like I said, if you know Jeff Napard, very good, very knowledgeable guy. I like a lot of his stuff because he's science-based. You know, a lot of these guys, you don't know who's natty, who's not, and who's claiming to be what. But Jeff, I truly believe, knows what he's doing. He's one of the ones I definitely follow. And I mean, heck, the guy's like 5'8" and 160 some pounds, and he looks like he's 200 some pounds. I mean, he's a giant for his size, you know, and that's what we're all shooting for, to look bigger than we actually are, right? So right now I'm sitting at about 190 pounds. I had done a bulk for about 4 or 5 months where I went from about 182 up to 202. And, you know, it was nice. My strength felt great. But we start getting in our heads as we're bulking, you know, especially anybody who's been heavier before like me. Like, you start feeling pudgy, you know, and you're like, I don't like that. So I did my 4 months of bulk, got up to 202. My strength went up. It was great. Now I'm working my way back down, about 190. It's been hard to get under 190, so I'm hoping that means I put on some muscle mass with this last bulk because I was around 185, and I can't hit below this 190, and I've been eating super clean. So, except yesterday. Yesterday was 4th of July. Dad made some shitty food, went all out. So, yeah, that's a good one there. I appreciate you guys watching this. I love hearing how you guys are doing. I love hearing your fitness journeys. So feel free to post on my community, guys. stuff like that. I just want to be a place of positivity for people. I think the fitness community is great. I think there's a lot of good guys. I think we can all learn from each other. And that's all I want to do. I just want to be a helpful benefit to someone else because I've had so many people help me on my fitness journey. If I can return that, awesome. You know, I'm 33. I've been wanting to get into this stuff for a long time, so a little late to the game, but it's all about how you feel. So I'm starting these out about 120 pounds. And like I said, these are real similar to that cedar row I was doing with cables. I just feel these up more and higher in my back, which I really like. so I throw these in too. And you can do this with free weights too. I just think this machine sets it up right where I want it in the middle of my back, which is great. Love that. Like I said, back's definitely one of my favorite days. I've always had really good chest, and triceps, which has been benefit. My dad, when I was a kid, he looked like me. He didn't have to work out. Very blessed with good genetics, when it comes to my chest and my arms. Back was something I definitely built up. Legs, I hate leg day, but I love leg day. I'm sure a lot of you guys feel that. Like, yeah, it sucks. Like squats, I'm always like halfway through squats routine, I'm like, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to go home. But then when you're done, you feel like I did something. I feel great, And I tell everybody, one of my favorite things to really build your chest, if you're wanting to build a chest, is push-ups, man. I do all different push-ups, and like about 3 times a week, 4 times a week, and mix it up. Like one day do your flat push-ups, the next day do like a mix of incline, decline, but mix your grip up every set. And what I did was at least 100 reps to start, all the way up to 500 max. I think anything over 500 is almost too much. 250 is a great number, but I do 20 to 25 reps and follow it up with squats right after. Do a set of 25, set of 25 squats, and take a little break, but try to go quick as you can. That really pumps the chest, and it gets all that testosterone flowing from your legs, which I think is really beneficial for your chest. Hey, Austin, thanks for watching and joining. We're doing back and lats today. I said we'll go about 3 sets of these. Normally I can do about 5, but I don't want to keep you guys here all day. Plus I got things to do today too. So gotta go see my grandpa at the nursing home after this. So that's a big important thing to me. We lost my grandma earlier this year, and so I spent a lot of time with him in my free time and give him something to look forward to. So I try to get up there about once a day if I can. And for those who don't know, I work overnight, so usually work out, go see him, go home, get ready for work all night, go home and sleep, and repeat. So pretty basic routine, but I like it. Keeps me busy. No wife, no kids, so it's just me, the gym, my dog, my grandpa. So I gotta love the gym. I get waved at, smiled at. Oh, it's fun to be here. All right, we're feeling it. Definitely warmed up now. All right, guys. I got to be polite here and wipe this down because I sweated all over it. All right, and we're back. I always like to be a good gym guy. Wipe my machines down when I'm sweaty. Sometimes I don't get too sweaty, so I don't worry about it. But right now I'm sweating. All that food yesterday is working its way out of my system. I don't know what all you guys ate. We had bratwurst, hot dogs, a bunch of greasy food, so definitely got to work that off. And if you did eat bad, don't feel too guilty about it. You got to give yourself that treat, because if you don't, you're going to crash. I've learned. You can't eat super clean all the time. Eventually, you'll cave into your diet. Never good. Okay, guys, so let me see if I can get you a good spot here so we can see everything we're about to do. How's that looking? Too close. Maybe that might work. Okay. So I'm gonna start with bent over row and some shrugs. I like throwing my shrugs in here too, even though I do shrugs on shoulder day. They just go really good with my deadlifts and my bent rows for some reason. They don't really go with back. They kind of do, but they kind of, shrugs are kind of a weird thing because they connect to your shoulders. So I like doing them on my shoulder day. You know, my traps, they're kind of a weird thing. So I like doing my shoulders because they all connect there, but they also go with your back. You'll see a lot of like guys get confused on, is this working my rear delts or is this working my back? You know, so it's kind of an interconnected area. So I don't really have a favorite on what to do it with. And also the primary goal of your traps is to hold your chest up. So one trick is the bigger you get your chest, the bigger your traps are going to grow because they hold your muscles up in your chest. Like if you didn't have these, your chest would just fall down. So really they kind of go with your chest, they kind of go with your back, they kind of go with your shoulders. So I throw them in with my back and my shoulders both. So my shrugs get some extra love there. But yeah, I start with bent row. And one thing Arnold taught me in one of his books is he goes wider on his bent rows. He likes a wide grip. He said it targets the middle of the back more. So I don't grab in here. I'm kind of grabbing outside my legs here. I usually go about shoulder width. Straight back and up. Just doing 145 to start. And one thing he says is don't worry about where you're hitting. It's like everyone always tries to worry about making sure they're hitting their chest. He's like, as long as you're hitting about here or higher, you're okay. So you can hit here all the way up to here. He's like, he just wants it in that range. So that's his thing. Arnold's big worry, and Arnold's the GOAT, so that's who I listen to, you know, most of the time. So, but yeah, definitely been a good back day. So loving this. I had 4 days off of work. I'm not looking forward to going back tonight. So always stressful. Anyone who works at a factory knows what I'm talking about. It gets hot. So I make farm chemicals for a lot of the farmers around here in Missouri. So definitely it's a dirty job, but it's not hard, just dirty and hot. So, but yeah, I hope you guys had a good 4th with your families though. Always real important. This was my first year. We tested my Black Lab Bentley out with fireworks. So, and he's not afraid of them, but he's kind of stupid. And we tried to run at him. So we had to tell him, hey, back the hell up, because we didn't want him getting burnt. But, you know, Black Labs are very, you know, playful and inquisitive. So, and crazy. Anyone who knows a lab breed, they're nuts. So, but you gotta love them. I love dogs, love animals. So, but back to our second set. I'm gonna save the shrugs for when I start my deadlifts. Another thing I like doing when I'm over here on these is we have this big purple bar around the whole machine, and I will do some pull-ups off those. Also very good. Love them pull-ups. So I may switch you around and face you towards the mirror so you can see in the mirror exactly what I do. So we'll see how that looks. I may move you there now and see if we can see me. That's me in the mirror, so I think that'll work right there. But this right here is what I'm talking about. In between sets, a lot of times I come, do pull-ups. And I like this bar because it's thick. I can get wide. I feel it in my lats real good. So that's another good workout. All right, I'm gonna hit one more set of bent rows. You guys are looking at me in the mirror right now, so a little backwards. I'll go Go back to the pull-ups. Lats are toasted right now. Toasted right now. But gotta love it. Gotta love it. So now we're gonna start the deadlifts, which is the main part of the day. Love deadlifts. So as I get heavier, I may break out my belt and my straps. I do use wrist straps. Some people think that's cheating. If I'm going real heavy, my grip gives out first. It does. So my back's a lot stronger than my grip, and that's when I bust those out, when I can no longer use my grip. So, but I try to go until then, you know. The belt comes out for safety precautions. A lot of times I will bring that out first because I pinched a nerve too many times. I don't want to keep doing that. I'm getting older, so in my 18s and 20s, you know, I could next day feel fine. Awesome, dude. How you doing, brother? So we got a guy that says he's been out of the gym for a month and he's coming back soon. I love to hear that, man. Definitely get back in there. The gym is home, man, and this makes you feel good. You know, you feel like you've done something for the day. When I do this, when I first get up out in the morning, the rest of my day feels like I've already accomplished a lot. Everything else is just icing on the cake. You know, this is the hardest thing, is getting in here and being consistent. If you can do this every day, work, family life, everything else is so easy. You know what I mean? So, gym homie Chris, I appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. You get that money too, man. Today's back day. We're hitting a good one. So, deadlifts, squash, just here at Planet. You know, you can get a good workout here at Planet. A lot of people hate on Planet Fitness, but if you just keep going, bro, you can get a good workout at any gym. I have another gym I love to go to for free weights, but Planet is great too, man, and it's convenient. There's always nice people here. I love talking to people here. So many good people at the gym. You know, it's where you meet and make friends. So just like on here, this is a community. You guys can come post on my community. You got questions, you want to post pictures, show your progress. Love it, dude. Welcome to my page. So, Big Back Sunday, exactly. He gets it. All right, guys, so we're going to do deadlifts. So I don't like a straight leg deadlift, honestly. I pinch my nerve on my back too many times, and it puts a lot of strain on the back on the straight leg. So I prefer a regular deadlift, which incorporates more of the legs. You know, incorporates more of your legs and your butt. And it's a good squat exercise. It's almost like getting legs twice a week, which I like. I like having a leg day, and I like throwing these in on my back day. Oh, my chair's a little close here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So I'm getting my butt low and just standing straight up. That's all it is. Little hump at the top, little hip thrust. Boom. What I love, deadlifts. If you guys look at any interviews for Hugh Jackman on Deadpool and Wolverine, he did a lot of deadlifts to get in shape to be Wolverine. That's how vital these workouts are. I mean, that guy's jacked, and he's 50-some years old. You know, there's a reason they call him Huge Jack Man. So, like I said, I like throwing in shrugs at the end of my set until I get too heavy, and then I can't shrug anymore. So, a couple more of those. I also like working my abs a lot, so you'll see me come here, just hang, maybe bring my knees up. Lower back and core work great together. So always throwing my core when I'm doing my back. But I'm going to put a 25 on here. We're going to go up a little heavier. Whew. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys get a good workout today. I don't know what you got planned, what you got going on. Yesterday, the gym was closed, so I did a live yesterday. If anybody's seen it, just getting a good workout outside at home, you know. Run, burpees, you know, just wherever you can do, whenever you can do it, man. It's all about just doing something, you know. Unless you're playing a day off, don't take a day off, you know. I usually play on Wednesdays and maybe Sundays, but since yesterday gym was closed, I said, you know, I'm gonna do some cardio, yesterday, and so I'll come back today and do back. So it's just making it work, you know. Life's going to hit you differently sometimes. You got stuff that's going to happen. Gym's going to be closed. You're going to be sick. You can't skip a day. You just got to make that up another day. You know, consistency is key. Diet, key. Anybody who's like struggling with like dieting and stuff, Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle. Very good book by Tom Venuto. He is a fat loss expert. And he was a big fan of Arnold's, and really good book. Gives you a little background on him. He used to be a big guy, and but he goes into he breaks it down. Like I said, I'm not a scientific guy. Jeff and them talk about stuff that I'm like, I don't know what the hell they're saying. You know, I'm basic American guy, just work. You know, I don't know the shit. So this guy breaks it down so anyone can understand, and he gives you the formula so you can calculate like what you need to eat to maintain your weight, to lose fat, to build mass. Like he has all the calculations. He gives you a list of healthy foods. He even gives you meal preps, meal plans, breaks it down to basic shit for you. And that's awesome because so helpful when you're trying to get in shape. So I really recommend his book. The main weight book I go to, Arnold has Education of a Bodybuilder. Really good book. First part is about his life, but the last part is all about his weight routine. Love that book. And then when it comes to body weight stuff, Convict Conditioning. It's this guy that was in prison in California. He's seen all these old heads on the prison yard that were in great shape, but they never touched the weight pile. And he's like, how are these guys in shape? And so he asked him, and he learned all their knowledge. Really good shit, man. Really good shit. That is awesome, Gym Homie Chris. I'm going to follow you right after this video. I promise you, I'll be your next subscriber. I love that you can go live and do workouts now too. So for me, I've been working out like since I was 16. So I've been working out since about 16 years old, lifting weights. Most of my coaches in high school were football coaches. You know, I'm gonna get my next set, but I'll keep talking. So most of my coaches in high school were football coaches, and you know, their philosophy was lift heavy, eat heavy. So I was a big kid. I was about 235, and I got real big and strong, but I was not cut up. I was not jacked, but I could squat and deadlift and bench press a whole lot, right? So when people looked at me, they were like, he doesn't look that strong. You know, he just looks big. And I didn't like that. So it wasn't until I was probably like 20, I started getting into nutrition and calisthenics and stuff, watching them gymnastic guys. And that really is what got me in shape. It changed my frame. I started focusing more on pull-ups, push-ups, still weightlifting. Started eating better, left Taco Bell alone. So, you know, as a teenager, Taco Bell was the thing. And then I left all that alone. And now I'm 33, just turned 33. So it's been about 17 years working out, but about 14 of that has really been consistent and knowing more about what I'm doing. Reading a lot of books. And like I said, those 3 books I mentioned, Convict Conditioning is a 3-book series. The last one's called Explosive Calisthenics. It's more like ninja moves. But the first 2 is all body weight stuff. Like you see me in some of my shorts, I do the flag pull or the handstand push-ups. It has all that stuff in it. And it starts out with real easy steps that builds you into the progressive steps, which is some of the videos I tried to make, showing some of the easier stuff. Like the second move in the handstand series, I think, is the crow hold, is one of the videos I do. I'll show you guys how to hold a crow. And that leads all the way up into one-arm handstand push-ups, which is what he's doing. And I'm like, I can do a one-arm handstand, but I can't do the push yet. So guy's a monster. But yeah, so I recommend all those books, man. Them books make a huge difference in your gains and stuff. And knowledge is power, man. Knowledge is key. I'm big on reading books about fitness, nutrition, you know. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Chris, can I ask how old are you now? Because you said throughout your 20s. Like I said, I just turned 33, and it's definitely not as easy as it was when I was younger, but, you know, consistency is key. And definitely check those books out, man. I think they'll help you a lot. They helped me out so much, you know, because, you know, when I was 18, I weightlifted with all my friends in high school, you know, all through high school. You know, like I said, all my coaches were football coaches, and they all taught us to eat big, lift big, but I didn't know about eating healthy or, you know, I thought gymnastics was for sissies until I started watching the Olympics, and I'm like, damn, them guys' biceps are big as my head, and all they're doing is pull-ups and shit. So I started doing that shit. I started doing pull-ups. I started doing some of the gymnastic workouts and the handstands and stuff. And like my frame changed, man. And it was like, damn, now I'm looking way better. Like before I had a gut and it's like, man, this was all it took was knowing this shit, putting away the Taco Bell, no more sodas, you know? So diet is key. And then just coming in here and lifting like you normally do, you know, proper form. You know, I used to try to ego lift. As I'm getting older, it's like, you know what, it's about longevity. I'm not trying to be out here, you know, burning my ass out doing 580 pounds every time I lift. It's like, no, if I have a great day and I need to break a PR, I feel good, come out here and do it. But like, if it's just a day, you know, 200 pounds, all you need for deadlifts or bench press, you know. But we're going to keep going up here on our deadlifts. I'm taking longer than I wanted to. I get to talking, and I like talking to you guys, so sometimes I take longer in between my sets than I need to. But we still get a good workout. I'm still sweating. And I appreciate you guys very, very much. Having a support and a fan base is great. Anyone who's seen my live 2 days ago, you guys probably seen. Sorry, I'm breaking out my belt already. I always want to make sure my back's straight. You guys probably seen me do these. I do ab wheels with these. Very good back workout too, doing standing ab wheels. This is a double wheel ab wheel. You can find these on Amazon. Very good. Hey, 35, that's good, man. So we're right around the same age. So you can definitely be in great shape at your age too, dude. Because when I hit 35, I want to be better than I am right now. You know what I mean? And I know you can too. I have a good friend who's 35 in great shape. Shit, I got guys in their 50s in here that are in great shape, you know? So we got a long ways to go. 35 is good, man. We're going to be doing this till we're hopefully in our 70s and 80s, you know? There's a couple guys in here that inspire me, guys in their 70s and 80s. They're in here every day. Girls too. And I'm like, man. So yeah, I love seeing it. I love having gym community. I love having you guys on here. I try to stay positive as I can. You guys know there's a lot of haters online. People are going to say shitty shit about you. It don't matter, man. We're here to get our money. We know who's really supporting. So we got this, man. Like I said, I like breaking that belt out, keep my back safe. Had too many back injuries, man. Too many pinched nerves. Deadlifts do it every time. Especially like one of my big keys on deadlifts is eat. Eat before you do deadlifts, man. I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a banana, a cup of coffee, and a bag of those veggie straw chips, a small bag, before I came up here. I tried to eat plenty because if you don't, you're going to hurt yourself. Deadlifts, you got to eat. Sometimes I like coming in here and feel like I'm going to throw up because I eat so much, because it helps me lift that much heavier. And it's crazy how different it is. Coming here on an empty stomach, I can't pick up 320 pounds. I come in here full, I can pick up 520 pounds. You know, it's crazy. I appreciate that, man. Please subscribe. And I promise you, after this video, I'm going to go to your page to subscribe to you as well. I follow through on my word, so I got you, man. And I love seeing that you get to go live. So we're still young for sure. We ain't close to old yet, thank God. But hey, 30 is the new 20, right? So that's what we're going for. That's what I'm going to say anyways, because I don't like feeling old. All right. All right. So now I'm just going to progressively add a little bit more weight. Gotta find some more 45s over here. Okay. We got 3 45s on now. So now we're starting to get some good weight on there. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can see the ground. No, I don't think you can. So I will show you some ab wheels, standing ab wheels, one that you can see the ground from here. And I don't want to mess with the angle. So, but I appreciate you guys sticking around watching this. These are the wrist straps I use. Very good. These Gym Reapers. I think they're really good wrist straps. I prefer the old school style. There's some newer ones out that I don't like how they fit around your wrist. These are just a classic old school wrist strap. You just loop in, fit around your waist, your wrist, very easy. So I like these a lot better than some of the other ones. These are the ones we used to use like back in high school. They were a different brand, but same thing. So I'm used to these. I like these. Like I said, I know a lot of people think wrist straps are kind of cheating, but man, they help you get so much more weight, because like for a lot of people like me, my grip gives out way faster than my back strength. My grip, and I do a lot of stuff on the pull-up bar. I have a pretty good grip, but my back is just really, really strong. For 190 pounds, able to lift over 500 on a deadlift. Hell yeah. You watching a soccer game today? That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I know World Cup stuff's going on. There's actually a woman that I talked to at this gym that I've been taking out for a while. And she actually works the events for the World Cup. She's down in Kansas City at the Sprint Center down there. T-Mobile Center River is down there in Kansas City where they're having the World Cup games down there. So she's been busy taking care of that stuff. And she tells me how packed it is down there. I know there's a lot of soccer fans. Football, for those of you who are not from the U.S., we call it soccer over here. So I know there's a lot of people watching those games. So I watched a little bit of the last U.S. game. It was a great game. So, but yeah, man. So here's what we're doing. A little bit of deadlift. So we got 345s on there now. I'm gonna try. I got the straps on. I'm gonna try not to use them this set. I like to make sure my grip starts failing before I bust these out. So I got them on, but I'm not gonna strap them down. We're just gonna try to lift this up using the legs. Remember, using the legs. See, I like these because I'm still getting a great back workout, but with the straight leg, I always feel too much strain down here, and I hate that. It scares me that I'm always going to hit that nerve, and I can never go as heavy. With these, I can get nice and heavy, get a good back workout and a good leg workout, which I really like. I'm in Missouri, brother. I'm in Missouri, over by Kansas City. So, yep, I really, I like it out here, man. So it's nice. Been here my whole life. I will say our side of the state is definitely not as pretty. I've been over to St. Louis and I've been down to south to the Ozarks. Beautiful. Up here, it's a lot of cornfields, a lot of bean fields. You might hear a little accent. Everyone says I sound pretty country. But yeah, I like it over here, man. It's peaceful. Kansas City's pretty wild, but I'm not in Kansas City. I'm close to it. So, but Missouri's good, man. Missouri's good. I recommend people come check it out. Hey, Texas is cool too, man. So you definitely know the country accent. Texas is definitely country. I know a few people from Texas, man. I got a couple buddies. Hey there. So how long I've been working out? So I've been working out, like I said earlier. I've been working out for about 16 years now, 17. Since I was about 16 years old. I'm 33. Maybe 15. Somewhere around there. It's high school. I started. But I didn't know what I was doing. I was listening to my football coaches, who were the weightlifting coaches. I wrestled through high school, but the football coaches were my weightlifting coaches, and they would just say, "Hey, just go in there, lift heavy, eat heavy," and so I did. Got really big, right? Really bulky. I was 235 pounds. Did not have a six-pack. I was kind of blubbery, but I was very strong. So I didn't like how I looked, but I liked that I could squat 500 pounds or bench, three something at 15, 16 years old. Super strong, but I did not look muscular, and I hated that because I was like, I work out super hard, right? Didn't know how nutrition worked, didn't know how calisthenics played a part until I started watching gymnastics, till I got a little older, started reading books. So I put down the Taco Bell, stopped eating, drinking sodas, all this bullshit, and started doing more push-ups, pull-ups, focusing on stuff like that too, along with my weight training. Made a huge difference. Right now I'm about 190. I've been as light as 160. I felt I looked a little small at 160. So I think 180 is about a good range for me. I've been up to 202 pounds. This last time I didn't look too bad at 202, but it gets in your head. Once you've been heavier, you don't like staying heavy. So So I work my way back down. Now I'm on a cut for summertime. So right now I'm about 190. It's been hard to get under 190, so I'm hoping that means I put on a little muscle mass since last time, because I was about 185 last time I was down this low, and it was easy to stay there. Now it's hard to get down there. So, and I've been eating pretty clean. Like I've avoided a lot of crap. So I'm hoping maybe I put on a little muscle since the last time I was at this weight, and probably do this for about 4 more months, 3 more months, and then I'll probably shoot back up to 200 again, just kind of bulk again. So it's kind of a process of just bulking, cutting, bulking, cutting. The thing is, if you're doing things naturally, like without the use of gear, it's very hard to just lean bulk. Like people say this lean bulk. That is a young craze thing. People think that's a real thing. Science shows, man, if you're lifting naturally, you got to go through bulking phases. You're gonna put on some fat to build that. You got to build that outer layer of fat to build that strength, build that muscle, and then you cut it off, right? So it cycles. So I do 3 to 4 month cycles where I bulk, I cut, I bulk, I cut. And every time I'm gaining a few pounds of muscle, as I'm gaining maybe 20 pounds, yeah, a lot of it's fat, but you're also gaining 3, 4 pounds of muscle, right? So then you cut that fat off, and next time you're at 185, you look huge because you're like, damn, I gained 4 more pounds of muscle, so I've lost fat, which is what our goal is, right? So yeah, so you think you got to hop on gear, and it's like, bro, just stay consistent. Like you said, like my gym homie Chris commented here, just staying consistent, man. You don't need the gear. I mean, I don't hate on anybody that uses gear as long as you're not doing competition. If you're cheating, I don't approve. But if you're just lifting and being in shape and you want to get on gear because you're getting older or whatever, that's fine. Do you, right? But I hate when people say, oh, just lean bulk. You can lean bulk. And it's like, no, bro, that's not scientifically how it works, right? Like, you can do that for a little bit, but it doesn't really work like that. Eventually, you're just bulking. Eventually, you're going to get that outer layer of fat, right? And if you want your max results, you're going to get to that level, and then you're going to cut. So I don't know. I could argue people that all day on these community sites, but like I've just been doing this long enough that I know, like, I've tried everything, man. Like I'm very like to the T on stuff. My food scale, I've tried everything, man. And perfection is so hard to get to. We're always wanting more. So, but I better get another set here. I'm gonna throw on. I don't know if I can go find. I don't think we got any more 45s out here. Some down here. I'm gonna steal these. All right, guys, we got 445s on there. So I think now it's time to break out these straps. I am going to break them out this time. For those of you who don't know how the straps work, I'm going to wrench them down just like you would a motorcycle. So just like a throttle, I'm going to tie it down underhand here and then tighten it down. You're just wrenching it like a throttle. Same thing other side. I'm going to pull it, get it tight, wrap it underhand. I got to find about as far as I want my grip out, about a little past my legs right there. Tighten it down like a throttle. I'm going to explode up and use my legs. I always start here. Give myself a few good breaths to get focused. I want to focus on good form. I may have to tighten my belt down here. Sometimes I get pretty tight on my belt on these. All right, here we go. And that's 445s. Gotta love the deadlifts, man. Deadlifts are amazing. One of my favorite workouts. Like I said, as I'm going this heavy, I'm probably not gonna do a lot of reps. You know, we're going for strength on this. I rep out a lot of my other weights on my back, on my pull downs, on my stuff, 5 to 10 reps. These, I might get down to just 2 reps because these are the size builder. These are the strength builder. This is where a lot of your your size comes from on your back is your deadlift. So lat pull downs are great too. I do love a good lat pull down. My pull ups, those work good building this out. But a lot of your middle size on your back up to your traps and everything is going to come from these deadlifts. That's why I love the deadlift. The deadlift and the pull up are great because they're like working every muscle in your body. If you do them right, you're working every muscle in your body. And that's what we're shooting for. You know, we want to be working. So I'm going to throw on another 45 and we're going to see if we can get that up. All right, we're going 545s here. I was supposed to have a buddy of mine come out here today. I have a friend that comes out here all the time. I've actually made him friends with him here at the gym. He, it's funny, we're friends, but like he speaks very little English and I speak very little Spanish. But you know, you just connect with people over the gym and your workouts. And he's the same age as me. He's 33, and so we get along pretty well. We can't understand each other a lot, but we translate. And yeah, so he was supposed to come do this back with me, but he didn't show up today. So we've done a few videos together. He's got a YouTube page too. We did the Murph together a while back, and pretty good dude. His name's Orlando. Well, I believe his YouTube is OlandFit93. Very good guy. So anybody who speaks Spanish and maybe doesn't understand me, check out his page because he speaks Spanish a heck of a lot better than I do. I worked at a gas station for a couple of years, so I know from customers, I know some Spanish. You know, I know how to vente para dos. You know, I know gas, money language stuff, but my Spanish is other than that just cuss words. So, but hey, says Chris been working on his pull-ups more lately. I love that, dude. So my warm-up for this was pull-ups and muscle-ups. It's a great warm-up for the back. I throw pull-ups in throughout. I mix the grip up wide, close. The thing about the muscle-up is a lot of it, people try to strength it, and that kills your elbow joints, man. It's a good swing. If you watch a CrossFit, good swing to get up there. Boom, boom. Getting used to that motion. Once you get used to the motion, then you can start trying to just pull it more. But at first, I just gave myself a really big swing, you know, and use that momentum of the kip up. And dude, makes a huge difference. Same with pull-ups. You can do kip-ups with pull-ups too. You see them CrossFit people doing the dolphin, I call it, where they're just do, which they look dumb, but bro, they're a good workout like that. Good cardio. I love CrossFit. You know, I want to be good. The thing is, I want to be well-rounded. You know, I don't want to be someone who can just lift heavy. I want to be someone who can lift heavy, but they can also go do a handstand walk. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to, like, someone challenges me to deadlifts. Okay, I can out deadlift you. Somebody challenges me to pull-ups. Okay, I can do way more pull-ups than you. Like I want to be well-rounded. I don't want to be just a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? That's a lot of people's, like, they get stuck on weightlifting, and it's like, no, bro, go do this too. Go do a yoga class. Go get some flexibility. You know, like I want to be doing crows and stuff and just getting people like, holy crap, this guy's a monster. Like that's what we're shooting for, right? Well-rounded. So you'll see me doing videos of me running. You know, I'm hitting cardio. I'm hitting this and that. And, you know, I just want to be an athlete all around. You know, as long as I can until my body starts failing. So, which, you know, we're getting older, but we're gonna try this out here, guys. We got 545s. All right, let's see. Strap these wrist straps down again. I should be able to get this. So far at Planet, I've gone up to 6 plates. 6 plates last time I got, and that's where I ended up hurting my back. So I have not done heavy deadlifts again since then, and that's been probably 2.5 months ago. I've been sticking with pretty light deadlifts as I got back into it, not really going over 3 plates. So, but I'm feeling back to normal again, so we're gonna give this a shot. All right. Once again, focus. A couple breaths. Through the legs. Oh yeah. I think I'll push that today. That's I got it up, didn't hurt, but yeah, we're not gonna push that today. I think that's where we're gonna stop on the deadlifts because
yeah, I don't want to hurt my back. It's already later than I wanted to be here. I got to go get to my grandpa's here in a little bit. But uh, so there's a couple other machines that I use usually. But that's the main part of my day is the deadlift and the pull downs. That is probably my two favorite back workouts. I think are essential um, for any back day, as well as a seated row or a bent row. If you're getting a pull down, your deadlifts in some sort of row, a bench or a bent row or a seated row, upright row is going to work your shoulders. Don't do that. But bent row or seated row of any kind, I think those are your three main things on a back day for sure. Um, so there's a few other machines down here that I like to use that really get my lats and my back, and I'll probably finish with those. And almost every day, what I like doing is I do 3 sets of forearms and 3 sets of calf raises. And with the forearms, I'm just grabbing one of the barbells, that's about yay long, and I'm just grabbing a bench, and I'm just doing this over the bench. Right, I'm sitting on the bench, and I'm hitting about 15 of these, and then I turn it backwards. I'm hitting about 10 of these. I'm going into reverse grip and then coming in for regular curls just to burn it off. And I'll change my grips from out to in. And man, that's a good burner. I do 3 sets of those because Arnold in his book had said his forearms were the hardest part to grow. Forearms and his calves. So I do 3 sets of those, and I do 3 sets of calf raises on the calf raise machine every day. Because if Arnold says it was hard to grow, I know it's going to be hard for me because that dude's the GOAT, right? That's the one we all look back to like Arnold was the best to ever do it, you know? At least the first to ever do it. There's arguments. I really like Chris Bumstead. I think he's really good. Um, so there's a few bodybuilders. Sam Solik. I'm not against these guys. Um, but definitely Arnold was the GOAT. And so if I can show you these machines here. So like I said, if you would, forearms, calves, 3 sets before you're done. And what I'm going to finish with is these machines here. This one is just like a pull down, and it's going to hit those lats really good in here. I usually do 3 sets of those, and I'll superset that with this one. And this one basically is just the same thing, but just pulling in to the bottom, which also going to work the lats really well in the middle of your back. So I'll superset 3 sets of those together, just about 70 pounds, 5 to 10 reps on each one. And then I'll go do my forearms and calves. And then that's pretty much the whole day on back, guys. So sometimes I'll throw in some bent rows with the dumbbells. I'm not huge on those, but they do work. I'd rather have like a T-bar and be able to do that, but we don't have one of those here at Planet. So got to use my other gym for that. I got to get signed back up. Like I said, I started boxing, and oh, dude, this gym, I'm telling you, everyone says this gym's empty. It's like a dream. Yeah, this is Sunday, so normally it's packed in here, but Sunday is a pretty dead day, which I like. I love that it's when it's dead in here. Normally it's packed. The real dream is my other gym. If you guys could see my other gym, because it's out of town, it's in the town next to ours. It's very small, and even on the weekdays, the evenings when it's supposed to be packed, like 5 people in there. And it's a small gym, but it's so many free weights, and it's so awesome. I quit going because they didn't have a body weight area like Planet does, where I do my flags and my handstands and stuff. So I kept coming to Planet because I started boxing, and boxing lessons were $60 a month by themselves, and I just couldn't afford 3 gym memberships at that point. So, but I'm working in the process of now getting back to that other gym because I do miss being able to do free weight deadlifts and squats and bench and stuff because that was essential for size. The machines are great, but if I have a choice, free weights all day. So, but Planet has a very good area for me to do my handstands and my flags and the stuff that gets me views on my short videos. So I had to make a decision there. It was tough. But I'll get back to it. So, but I'm going to finish these sets, guys, and call it good. And then I'm trying to think tomorrow's Monday, so tune in. I'll probably do a live. It's going to be chest and triceps and biceps. It's going to be bench press day. My first video a few days ago was cable chest and arms. This is going to be bench press. So a lot heavier, a lot more size building. We'll do a lot of push-ups. I'll take you guys through that whole workout just like I did this one. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Love you guys. Like I said, my page is a community page. So if you want to reach out and start throwing your workout stuff on there, your pictures, whatever, that's cool. So, and don't ever listen to the haters, man. Just keep doing you.